And we'll fly, oh, we'll fly away.
Hello, it's your boy Davidoff and welcome to Spastics of the Week, special edition, a movie edition. We're looking at 5 big movie franchises and looking at the worst of their work. So let's start with the MCU. Now, as much as I love Marvel Studios, I love what they've done. They've made some good movies, some great, amazing movies, but they also got some really bad ones and average ones. So we're going to talk about them, because what on earth is Iron Man 2? Iron Man 2 is one of the worst things I've ever seen. Like what is that load of rubbish? What have you done? What have you done with Iron Man? Iron Man 3 as well, what was that? And then you have these Thor movies. The first Thor movie, I mean, Loki was cool, but it was average at best. Then you get Thor: The Dark World, which is just disgusting. Disgusting. Probably the worst MCU movie, actually. Thor: The Dark World. I have an agenda against that movie. A proper agenda. Like, what is it? Who on earth is Malekith? But Malekith didn't even... What kind of villain was that? Literally the worst villain I've ever seen. Like, literally, I have not seen a worse villain. Like, literally, he didn't even look cool. And then you get to Age of Ultron. This is an Avengers movie. The first one was a hit. The first one was great. Then this happens. What was this monstrosity of a movie? In the trailers, you put a dark Ultron. You were like, there are no strings on me. Where was that Ultron in the movie, huh? Where was this what was this underwhelming Ultron we got? We got flipping clown, a metal clown in this movie as a villain. And that is why Marvel and Disney, I love you. You make some great, amazing movies, but for your bad movies, for those bad ones, you just made the list. Now we've done enough Marvel hate. Let's move on to DC hate, because the DCEU has also got off to, I mean, it's a rocky start, the DCEU, a very rocky start. Why would you do Batman v Superman as your second movie? Like, who made that decision? Like, literally, you have 3 of the most popular characters. Like, you have Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. There's 3 popular characters. And you thought, because they're bigger than Marvel's characters, you thought, oh, it's going to do better. Might as well just do this movie now. No! Flipping no! You did one Superman movie and suddenly it's enough. You should have done a Superman movie, a Wonder Woman movie, then a Batman movie, then you do Batman v Superman. But you gave us this rubbish. The first 2 hours just all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. And the last hour was pretty cool, I guess. The last hour was mostly cool. Okay, the warehouse scene especially was amazing. But the first 2 hours all over the place. And then the ending fights, like, what was that Martha moment? And then you completely changed the tone of your movies. Like, your movies supposed to be like dark and gritty, which was good for you. It suited you. But because the critics were so critical of it being dark, you listened to them too much. And your problem was your storytelling. Not your flipping tone. It was your storytelling. But instead, you turned Suicide Squad into what? Comic relief? What was that movie? What was Suicide Squad? Please tell me. And then there was Justice League. Like, what did you do with that movie? Like, seriously, what? You had the most popular, some of the most popular superheroes, most iconic superheroes ever in a Justice League movie, and you messed it up. Marvel had inferior characters, and they did better than you. You had Batman, you had Superman, you had Wonder Woman, you had The Flash, Aquaman, and you messed up. Wonder Woman, though, that was a good movie. That was amazing. But Man of Steel was good too. But your team-up movies are just horrendous. So that's why DC and Warner Brothers, you just made the list. Speaking of Wonder Woman, right, Warner Brothers, apparently, according to my sources, they wanted to cut out the trench scene in Wonder Woman. That was the best scene in the damn movie, and they wanted to cut it out. Stupid idiots. Now let's move on to an even bigger franchise, and that is Star Wars. Now, I am a casual Star Wars fan, but I know when something's wrong. You see, the main trilogy was amazing, the prequels not so good, but I did enjoy them to an extent. Rogue One was fine, Force Awakens was fine, but then you get The Last Jedi. Now, when I first saw this, I liked it, and I still like it to an extent. But what I don't like is what you did with Luke Skywalker. This was the hero of the original trilogy. What did he do in this movie? Like, seriously, what did he do that was effective? But please tell me, because because he was just like what, a grumpy old man versus the movie. And then you get to see the final showdown. You get to finally see the fight between him and Kylo Ren. And the whole time he wasn't even there. And also that whole Finn and Poe thing was just stupid. A stupid idiot thing. What, you just should have just taken out that whole storyline. Like that whole storyline between Poe, Finn, and the other guy. It was just a stupid arc, and you could have just cut it all out, to be honest, and it would have made a better movie. Like the whole Finn and Poe thing. You're supposed to say to people that we love. Shut up. Rian Johnson, Lucasfilm, and Disney again. You just made the list. Now let's continue with Transformers, the explosive franchise. Yeah. The first one was good. The first one, I was fine with that. That was a good movie. But what on earth are the sequels? It just gets worse every year. What was Revenge of the Fallen? Like, it was just the first one, but in Egypt, with another villain, I guess. It was terrible. And then there was Dark of the Moon, which was just like, I mean, the final battle was nice. The way it went was nice, but the movie was just very lackluster, and it was just full of explosions. That's the main problem. Like, Age of Extinction is the worst one. Like, not the worst one. The fifth one was the worst one, but Age of Extinction, the fourth one, that was just, half the movie was explosions. Like, there was no real story to that. It was just all like fights. The fights were cool though. Like, the villain was good as well. Like, Lockdown was a good villain in Age of Extinction, but everyone else was just, I mean, everything else about that movie was just, I mean, the action was cool, I guess. It just got worse, and the last night just killed it for me. Just absolutely killed the franchise. I mean, the first four movies, as bad as they were, most of them, as bad as most of them were, they were at least consistent in terms of like action, and it was explosive action. The Last Night just, I mean, the first four movies, at least they had good like transforming of Transformers. Like, that is really cool to see. In The Last Night, you never see anyone transform, not really, and it doesn't have any cool action either. Like, it's really not cool. In the trailer they tease an evil Optimus Prime. He's evil for 2 minutes in this movie. 2 minutes. Literally he turns good in like in seconds. All he has to do, Bumblebee just talks. Bumblebee talks for the first time, and Optimus Prime is suddenly okay again. He's suddenly not evil anymore. Like, well, what was that? And it was just like, they put a lot of jokes in there as well. Like, this used to be serious. Like, it was good. I mean, it wasn't good, but it was better. It was better before. And The Last Night was just like, what is this monstrosity of a movie? And that brings me on to another franchise that pisses me off, and that is the Fast and Furious franchise. Now, these movies, I do watch them because they're quite fun in terms of stunts, but the stunts are one of the things wrong with the movies. Like, they overdo the stunts so much. You have cars flying into helicopters somehow, some way. You have cars rolling down a hill, and somehow people in it survive. Like, you're falling off a cliff, and you're in a car, and the door's not even closed, and you survive that. I mean, when I say not closed, like, there's no doors on this car, and you flipping fall down in it, and somehow you're both not even injured. Like, the first few movies were actually good. Like, the first two and Tokyo Drift, the first three were good. Then it just declined a bit. Like, the fifth one was cool. The fifth one was great. Apart from that, they've all been terrible, to be honest with you. And yeah, good action flicks, I guess, but not good movies. That is why Universal, along with Paramount, who made Transformers, you're on the list. If you haven't seen some of these movies, then who the hell cares? Because I just did this video anyway. This was your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.